What's going on, everyone? In this video I just want to take a look at armor and health and basically just the relationship it has with armor and health percentage. I've seen some comments in a couple other videos with people just not really understanding how the two work together, and this does actually seem to be a pretty common problem. Mostly because you have a lot of YouTubers just kind of telling people to put things on a build without actually knowing how it works themselves, or not bothering to actually explain it properly. I know one of the current trends is just to pile on as much armor and health as you can, especially in the DZ, but in PvE content, that is not really one of the best choices. It is far better to actually select the best rolls per slot to actually maximize your build. But it actually happens to be pretty simple to explain once you actually know how to look at it. So the first thing I want to look at are the types of rolls. For health, you have health and health percentage, obviously, and those rolls are basically just what give you your total health. For armor, you have the native armor roll on each piece, the armor stat roll that you can actually put on your armor, and then also you have the armor percentage roll, which you can put that on your armor, and all those combined gives you your total armor. The thing I want to stress is that base and percent are separate things. Armor gained by total armor percent will not be increased by additional armor percent rolls. The percentage rolls just add up together before actually being applied. It's basically just like how weapons work. When you increase the percent of damage, it only increases from that weapon's actual base damage. With armor and health, the effect is actually the same, and basically just only increases that percent of your base armor rolls. So if you have 200k native armor, just from your 6 slot original armor rolls, and then you add 500k armor to the actual chest, you'll basically end up with 250k armor. If you added something like a 30% armor roll to the chest, you would basically get 260k because 30% of 200 is 60, so 260k armor. And that's basically just 10k greater than the 50k flat increase. But the thing you need to consider is most of us are not really just using one single armor roll on a build. But if you actually had one of those good backpacks, the kind with like 20% armor rolled onto it, plus it's got hardened and it's a Gila piece for the 5% extra, kind of giving you 40% armor bonus from just your backpack. Meaning the 200k armor is basically already at 280k for both builds. So if you add 30% armor bonus to that, it is only increasing from the base 200k. However, if you actually add a 50k armor to the chest, your base is now 250k, which makes that 40% bonus from the backpack basically stronger. So it's giving you 250k times 1.4, and that basically equals 350k armor. Now, if you compare that to 200k times 1.7 for obviously now you have 70% with 30%, you only get 340k. Obviously they're both good numbers, but basically you can just see what happens when you start adding in percentages and hard base numbers. Some of these rolls might not be the exact strength that you think they are. Armor percentage rolls basically just increase your armor based on the actual armor you have. So the more armor that you add, the stronger any percentage armor rolls actually will become. So if you want to find out what you should add for the best returns, all you need to do is basically just this. Take the native armor rolls from your 6 pieces and add them together with basically the armor rolls that you actually have on any of your stats or on your mods, and that'll basically just give you your base armor. Then you should just add all your armor percentage rolls together and basically just kind of like get a big single percentage. To get your total armor, all you need to do is multiply your base armor by your percentage. And basically that's just in the form of a decimal plus 1. That way you're actually considering, multiplying it by 100%. For health, it is pretty much the exact same math, but the starting numbers make it actually incredibly obvious. You have a very low base health because gear doesn't come with health naturally. This means that for most players, having health percentage rolls without max health on pretty much every piece of gear that you have is a rather big waste. I don't know how many builds I've seen on YouTube where somebody is showing off their sweet new PvP build with 100k health and murdering some of their rolls with like a holster or mask having 10% health. I mean, that is a huge waste. You could be adding something like 15% crit or 800 skill power for much better returns. In fact, I would say that unless you're actually going for a 100% blue build or something like a max health build, don't even bother adding health percent rolls. The only build that really even gains much from having a lot of health over armor are pretty much clutch users. And with the 4 blue cap, health percentage rolls are still rather weak because A 3 max health roll and a 1 max health percentage roll is pretty much just about the same, health-wise, as a 4 max health roll build. And that's just because you have so few, options for you. Your percentage isn't going to increase that much because your health pool is still incredibly low. So you're not going to really get some sort of significant benefits from it. But, that 1 max percentage roll that you actually would put on your chest piece really would hurt your DPS overall, because obviously spreading 4 perfect health rolls over 4 pieces is a lot easier than trying to get multiple perfect rolls on a chest piece. It doesn't work like that. But honestly, guys, if you only take 2 things from this video, it should pretty much just be, without strong armor rolls, percentage armor is not always going to be the best choice. So if you have a few armor percentage rolls already, make sure you pick high armor, because that'll probably give you the greatest returns. And unless you're actually going for health percentage rolls is pretty much just a complete waste of time. Don't put it on your build, don't try to get pieces with it, because it's not going to offer you the returns that you're probably looking for. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope I helped you in some small way, and I will see you in the next one.